of January. Brr, 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 brr. We survived.
Yeah. Welcome back, Sunday Society. When is this going to come out versus the last one?
So they're a week apart.
So is this one first or this one last?
This one's second. The hot
We
takes
definitely
second.
are recording on a different day. We just
Totally.
decided to wear the same
Exact
outfit,
same.
do our hair exactly the same, and have the same blankies.
Oh, I was going to put different earrings in, but screw it. They're over there. Like any of you could see these anyway.
So yeah, hot takes is my favorite.
It's so much fun. Hot
we
takes
get
is
to
so
just
easy.
kind of chill and have a good time. Yeah. So we have come to the end of January.
We have, and there are some big things that have happened this month.
Yeah.
That we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Woo.
I have some fun things I want to talk about from December.
I kind of included December in mine also.
But
and
it's
then,
really just more personal stuff, like funny stories. So
oh, yay. Maybe we can
Yeah.
talk about your trip to Florida. We haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some hot topics, and then I've got some hot takes, like controversial topics.
Okay.
A couple of them aren't really gonna, I'm just interested.
They're not going to slap.
Yeah, they're not gonna, well, they might slap for somebody. Maybe not for us.
All right. Well, you go ahead and get started. We're gonna get on into it, aren't we?
We are. So what do we need to do?
Yeah, so we're gonna get comfy. We're gonna get cozy with our blankies.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take back Sunday.
We're gonna do something.
We're gonna do something here.
Something's about to happen.
All right.
So let's have you go first.
Oh, okay.
What you got?
So I have a hot take
Okay.
that I don't know if everybody's gonna agree with
Oh gosh.
or people are gonna care, but people in Panama City Beach are the nicest people.
I don't know if that's a hot take.
I mean, maybe other people think they're horrible. I don't know,
Maybe.
but they are really
never been.
nice. And they're literally, okay, so maybe this is my hot take. In different areas geographically,
Mm-hmm.
people as a collective are either really nice or horrible human
Or
beings.
really not very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that when Zach moved down here, he was like, why are people staring at me all the time? Like, as we're driving, he's like, boo.
It's because he was born north of the river in bougie town.
So he didn't get that people are looking in your car because they think they know you and they're going to wave at you.
They're going to wave. They're going to do the
Yeah.
baseball finger wave.
Yes. He was so offended because he thought people were just staring at him.
Well, he is from Liberty, Kearney, whatever, fancy north of the river.
Although if you're from Liberty and Kearney and you're a follower, we love you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
We joke about north of the river. It's just
It's because we're south of the river.
Yeah, we the river rats.
Yes. That is so true.
But yeah, so that's just, it's not really a hot take either. It's just like
an observation.
I just noticed, and I thought about, like, geographically, depending on where you go, you either deal with, for example, in New York, nobody cares about you there.
No. Nobody cares.
You are not
if you
allowed
live or
to
die.
use the bathroom unless you're a paying customer. It doesn't matter if you have a child.
Yeah.
It does not matter. They
could
do
not
not
care
care.
less. Nope.
They are not here for your BS. They're not here for your bull shrimp.
Not the bull shrimp. But you know what? Come on to our neck of the woods because we got public bathrooms to spare.
Everywhere.
You need to go potty? We got you, baby.
But yeah, like I was down there and I was like, wow, every single person like that lived down there. Obviously, you're going to meet tourists there, but like the people that lived down there were really nice.
I love that.
So yeah, that's my hot take, kind of.
I love it. Mine's going to be very different category, different world, different sport.
Bring it on.
Not even the same baseball. What? Anyway, I was looking at I use ChatGPT to help me find some hot topics because I am not as connected as I used to be, and I don't have the time. So something that popped up was the use of AI in entertainment, and apparently the entertainment industry has been exploring the integration of AI in filmmaking, and there are new laws addressing AI's role in movies and rapid fire guns. And I guess there's this debate over AI's place in Hollywood because there are some people arguing that the increased reliance on AI for screenwriting, CGI, and even acting can be detrimental. Critics fear that it could lead to cookie cutter scripts, lack of originality, and diminished opportunities for human creatives.
I mean, I get that.
I do too.
Also, there's somewhere where we post where it like you have to answer if AI was used.
Really?
Is it YouTube?
I wonder if that's
maybe?
YouTube because I don't see that.
AI is used to
That's
post that, and you have to
crazy.
answer that question.
That's crazy.
And then it like that's
That's crazy.
you have to. I think that they announce or like put like a thing in there, and I think. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen like the trend now. It's like a picture of a person and then like slice into them or they like squish them. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Totally
So
weird.
So weird.
But I think that you have to like say like, okay, this isn't real, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This isn't
that
real,
makes sense.
or all of this isn't real.
Yeah.
Like we're not really slicing into somebody's face and opening up and it's cake. Like
right. It's like the kids that were eating Tide Pods. Like, why do we have to put "do not eat" on the Tide Pod container? However, I got Tide Pods, and I was like, "Oh, I could see why somebody would."
See, and I was the exact opposite. I was like, "Who wants to? This doesn't look like candy to me."
No, it looks like it's like squishy Jello. Like I get it. I got it. I was like, "Oh, I could see why somebody would have wanted to try
your
this."
lips, you'd be like, "Huh? Nope."
Exactly, because even the plastic on the outside would have like melted away, and it would have tasted like soap.
Yeah.
Nobody's willingly wanting to put a bar of soap in their mouth.
Our society and our culture is so pathetic. Okay.
It's very strange.
Hot take.
Hot take. So I guess there's another side that some people can see AI as a tool for efficiency, providing new ways to enhance creativity and cut production costs.
I do understand that, but what about all the people that are making a living by acting
and writing?
I'm
all about.
Look at Walmart, guys. How many people are working the cash registers versus the people that are you just have to go check yourself out?
Yeah. I mean, I love the self-checkout though, so let's not get rid of those.
I mean,
I hate talking to people. But no, I am all for hiring real people to do this work. I think that the future of AI is scary.
I literally just saw a video today that talked about a guy saying that a kid had some kind of glasses on that he could talk to and it would see his work, and he was trying to finish his work at school, figure it out, his classwork based on these glasses that he could like talk to.
Insane.
And he was talking about like, what is the future for our kids learning with AI? And like ChatGPT, write me a 10-page paper about this, but from where it was when it first came out, it would write you a paper. Now it's like it gives you the idea. It's like that they like fixed it a little bit and like rerouted it so that it doesn't give you everything.
Because it was coming up with like fake things and giving you fake sources in like false facts and things like that. It just wasn't reliable.
Yeah, now it is more reliable, but you have to do the work. But it's
which
still
is fine.
Taking away a lot of the work because it gives you the outline. It gives you like.
I wonder if like our grandparents felt like this when calculators were invented.
I'm sure calculators were around when our grandparents were around, right?
My grandma was born in 19...
I mean, when were batteries invented?
I don't know.
Oh, Granny! Bianca, sorry, I bet you we're going to look it up. We can't right now because our phones are being used.
We are going to look it up. When did calculators invented? Like the actual physical calculator, not the abacus that you move the little...
actual, like what you can go buy for $10. A tiny little calculator.
Yes. I'm just curious.
I don't know.
If they thought that, or whoever was alive when those things were invented, if they thought this is just making Americans lazy, you know,
and maybe we are. We just need to be more progressive. I have a hard time when it takes away
a job from a human being.
Potential jobs from human beings.
Me too, because where does it stop?
But then tell me for $10,000 I can buy a robot that'll do my dishes. Boom.
Listen,
I'm buying it.
Listen, that's a scary thing that's happening because it starts with like, you know, that
your favorite person is definitely putting those out for people to buy at a high price.
I'm aware.
Her favorite person.
That's a whole other hot take right now. Our hot topic is that there is turmoil in the camp. Things are going awry. Anyway, it starts with like things like that, like housework, but then it becomes an assembly line work, and then it becomes this kind of work. And like, where does it stop?
Oh, I thought that's where you were going. When I was like, it's dishes.
Anyway, I think it's a scary precedent to set to have a robot do jobs.
I mean, ask Will Smith. Like,
really. I'm telling you, I reference iRobot all the time. Like, I've seen that movie It's terrifying.
I'm pretty sure that they use some kind of AI to create that movie. There ain't that many robots out there. What is that called?
CGI.
CGI.
Not AI.
CGI. There we go. I knew I was on the right track.
You had the I right.
Yeah.
So there you go. The great debate of AI.
Yeah.
And
I would
entertainment
love to
and
hear other
beyond.
people's views and comments.
I really would too, because I can see how it can be used for good, but I feel like it could also be used for evil.
Yeah.
Like it's a very dangerous technology, I think.
Yeah.
So that's my little hot topic right now with AI. What about what you got next?
Well, since we're already kind of talking about AI, let's like roll into another AI.
Yeah.
Bianca and I have discovered this week that on ChatGPT,
yes,
you can.
You discovered
down
this.
after
You-
I made this list.
This okay. What I mean is that it can be used for good. So
It really can. So if you go in to ChatGPT and you put in like, I have a budget of $200 for this week for a family of 5. Make me 5 dinners with that amount at Walmart, or you can say at Trader Joe's, you could say Price Chopper, wherever. It will give you the ideal menu. It will give you the ingredients in categories. Like,
yes,
like
it'll break it down
meat,
vegetables.
dairy, yeah.
Sample meals.
And then it will say, if you would like to know how to make or prepare any of these meals, you can add that. It gave me fish. My family doesn't really like fish. So I said, can you give me another option other than fish?
Yeah.
And it brought up a whole nother option.
Yeah.
And I was like,
awesome.
It is so awesome.
Yeah. You see, make me a grocery list at Walmart. My budget's, I did this. My budget's $70. Get, keto friendly or low carb. And avoid tree nuts because I don't eat those because they make me itchy. So it gave me, a sample menu. It gave me the grocery list. It gave me the prices for everything, and it does have the disclaimer, like prices may vary based on location,
may
but
vary,
I was just like, this
Some
is
of the
awesome.
stuff was high. It was high for like what I would think.
Yeah.
It would be like, what was
It
it
was
that was like
so
$10? And
awesome,
I was like,
I thought.
$10? Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it was something that said it was $10. And I was like, there's no way it's $10.
Yeah.
It would have been higher than that. But yeah, like, I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah. You sent that to me and I sent it to like 5 other people.
I know. I was like, look at this.
I sent it to Matthew and he was like, that's legit. And they were going to use it. And I sent it to Laura and she's like, yeah, girl, I've been doing this. I'm like, why you ain't tell me?
Thanks, Laura, for sharing.
When you get information like that, you don't sit on it.
Right? So yeah, I thought that was super cool.
Prime example of AI being used for good. Prime. All right, let's talk about something that I think is super exciting, is that Tom Holland and Zendaya got engaged.
Didn't even know that.
It's brand new. She just debuted her engagement ring at the Golden Globes. They have been together for so long. They were together, like they got together because they met on the set of the Spider-Man movies.
Why, when you said his name, did the guy from the Desert movies face appear in my mind? I think it's because they were in that movie together.
The Desert movies.
Yeah, girl, I don't know. Sand dunes. Dunes.
Oh,
like his face appeared in my
Timothy
mind.
Chalamet.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, I thought he was with a Kardashian. Or Jenner.
He's with Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
But yes, Tom Holland is with Zendaya.
Yeah, so it took my brain a minute. But yeah.
They've been together
exciting.
for a minute. Yeah, I love them. They're so cute.
I feel like they were on, what's that show where they like lip sync?
It's like lip sync battle with Jimmy Fallon. And he does the umbrella.
Yeah.
Right? The Rihanna.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm like, dang, dude. However, when I watched it, he kind of looks like Drake Bell. In the video.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, who is this again?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then Zendaya did like a Bruno Mars song, I think, and like crushed it. And then she was in like a Bruno Mars music video.
She was also on Wild and Out. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. With Nick Cannon.
And that guy that's now super...
Matt Rife.
Thank you. Yep. I'm glad you're in my brain. Matt Rife was on there. He was a nobody on that show, really.
That's right.
And he like touched her face. He's like, she had water, and the thing was like, don't let her spit her water out because if she laughed, she would spit it out.
Yeah.
And he like touches her face and like, girl, spit that water out so I can get your number or something. And like everybody came for him because he put his hand on her face. Yeah. And he wasn't like disrespectful at all. He was trying to make a joke, but they were like ready to, knock
him out.
Yeah.
Mama said,
don't you touch her. Yeah.
Yeah. keep my wife's name. So
Uh,
anyway, yeah, they got engaged. It's adorable.
I'm
They are
excited
just,
for
they're an
them.
adorable couple.
because we love
Yes, we do. We are unlike Caleb, who is preying on its downfall. Not my brother, Caleb.
not Caleb with a K.
Not Caleb with a K.
Caleb
Mm.
with a C.
Yes.
If you've watched any of our previous episodes or previews, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
All right. Whew. Hot take. Hannah, this
Uh-oh.
Hannah,
Yeah.
is in her shut it down era. So we have moved into
Shut it
2025.
down.
Yeah. If it doesn't benefit me, my family, my peace, the wellness of myself, or positively affect the world, I'm shutting it down.
Shut it down, girl.
It has no space. For
It
me.
is- it-
in my life. I have no space for it.
This is what we call the cutthroat era.
Yeah,
we are cutting it out.
And it is new because I'm
It
one
is
of those
what?
people. It is new for me.
It sounded like you said it is nude. I'm like, okay, girl.
No,
What? Who's
it
nude?
is new for me because I feel like I'm very tolerant.
Yeah.
Because I have a big heart and I love people and I just put up with or be okay with or just kind of look past. And I feel like kind of at the end of 2024 and 2025, I was like, I'm just not there. So that's my hot take, is that I will shut it down if it's not for me.
Yeah, if it doesn't serve you.
And not in a selfish way, because like if it's good for society or the world, or it brings anybody peace that I care about, my family, I'm fine with it. It's not just about me. What?
I really want to push on that. I
Go
really want to
ahead.
argue with that.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to, but no, I'm contemplating because you did say if it brings them peace. And I think there are situations that they think might bring them peace that aren't in the long run.
No, and I get that. But I'm just saying, like, if it's not for the better, for the wellness,
that's what I mean. I'm
in
like,
general,
the person that is, maybe the person thinks it's for the best, but the rest of the world thinks that it's not.
Or it's, my opinion is, perspective is everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if it's not a selfish thing, because I am not a selfish person, but like I'm shutting it down. If I don't feel like it is a positive thing in my life, it's just shutting
There's
it
no
down.
space for it.
Yeah, no space. I have given a lot of space to things in my past and in my life that I shouldn't have. And I just am not here for it anymore.
Too much energy to the things that don't deserve your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl, I've been living that for a long time.
Yeah. So I guess I'm in my cutthroat era.
I love it. I can't wait to see it.
And I cannot wait for all the things that are going to pop off on this show and that y'all are going to want to cancel me for. Hopefully one makes us virally famous.
My goodness. I hope
Just
that she
kidding.
doesn't get canceled because I can't do this by myself.
Listen, I might get canceled, but like it's a 50-50 shot. There might be 50% of those people that be like, yes, we want more.
Well, okay, speaking of things that could get us canceled, Donald Trump gets inaugurated on the 20th of this month.
Oh, yes,
which would have been right before this episode comes out.
Yeah. So last week.
So yeah, last week. Last week. Monday. I'm interested to see how that's going to go. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It'll be
his. Saw how the last 4 years that he was here went. Wasn't horrible.
I mean, it was COVID.
Yeah, I mean, it was COVID, but
he didn't do COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. If he can just keep his mouth shut and do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. So related to Donald Trump, he announced today that there's a $20 billion investment by a billionaire, and I'm going to say his name so incorrectly.
Maybe we don't say his name.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
But I just, there's no offense into it. I don't know how to say this. Billionaire Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. I did the best I could for the development of data centers in the United States. I tried to read into this, but it's such a brand new story. There's not a whole lot that I could have found. I wonder if this is connected to the hot topic right now that there is drama in the Donald Trump world. Because have we talked about this with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, like the two people that are supposed to be in charge of that? It is Ramaswamy. I love it. It sounds like a sandwich.
Ramaswamy. Yes, it does. Like, take me to an Italian deli.
Ramaswamy, please, on rye.
No
offense. Yeah. No offense. That's going to be the thing that gets us canceled.
I must have been living under a rock on vacation.
I think you're on Florida. I
Did
think
not
you're in
hear
Florida.
about this.
So Elon Musk and Ramaswamy want a specific work visa that allows people to immigrate in on like, it's like 51B. I don't know what it's called. Don't come for me, guys, please. And Ramaswamy made the comment that they want to do this to outsource like tech jobs, like IT jobs, because there's an IQ gap where people from other countries are smarter than Americans.
They not wrong.
And that is why they want to have immigrants come in and do these jobs.
Yeah, work visas. I think that's wonderful.
Well, there are people in the MAGA camp that are like, absolutely not. We don't want to have these visas because it's going to bring in the wrong people.
Can any of them do what these people need to do for their jobs?
I have no idea.
What is a data center? And I really feel stupid right now, but what is a data center? What do data centers do? Obviously, they collect data or keep data or do something with data. But what exactly? You don't know either?
I feel like that should have been something that I checked. But yeah, it just said data center.
I'm just like, what is a data center?
I just assumed that they were like IT jobs, like for people in the United States to have IT jobs.
So we have very smart people in this country as well. But I do understand, just like what you did prior to your job now, they have people doing jobs from the United States. And then they have people doing jobs not in the United States.
Yeah. And it's not because they're smarter.
No.
It's because they can pay them at a rate that an American would not accept.
Yeah.
And that's point blank, period. That's just how it is.
But I know there has to be a way. In my mind, I am thinking, we want immigrants to come to the United States. That is what the United States was built on. We are all immigrants, except if you're Native American. Don't come for me. I know you're not an immigrant, okay? But the rest of us are.
Yeah, it's the melting pot.
It is. And like, why wouldn't we want to use work in a positive way to, yes, you come over here with a visa to work. It sounds really smart to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but okay.
I don't understand either. I just thought it was funny that there was just drama.
MAGA people need to calm down and think about the big picture.
My thing is, don't we want people to immigrate in the right way? Like, isn't
that's
that the
what
goal?
I'm saying.
Like, isn't that what they've been pushing for so long? Is that we don't want people to try to come in illegally? Like then let's give them the opportunities to come in and be meaningful to the economy, to be, successful citizens of this country.
Let me just roll into one that I didn't write down.
Oh gosh.
I watched a video today from a woman in Congress. Should have wrote down more details. Did not. Sitting there saying that we voluntarily file our taxes every year.
Yeah, and then the government voluntarily comes from us if I don't.
Wait a second. That isn't voluntarily. We will go to prison.
Yeah, that's a
federal offense.
There's an entire group of federal employees that track and monitor our taxes. I'm going to need more information.
When she
Who elected her?
She pretty much was saying that we need to make sure that we are holding people who do not voluntarily to file their taxes more accountable, or the ones that are not going to want to.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like those sovereign citizens that are like, I don't have to have a driver's license because I'm not a legal citizen of anywhere. I just exist. Yeah. I'm not driving. I'm transporting myself. I'm like, what? I get on the sovereign citizen talk a lot. And I'm like, I just watch and listen and I'm like, what is this?
So are those the same people that are videotaping, but like they like want to videotape inside a government building, and then the cops come out and we're like, what are you doing here? And they're like, you can't ask me that.
You can't ask me that. I'm not I don't abide by your laws. You have no jurisdiction over me. And I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting that she was like, and I'm like, is this voluntary? Because then I am going to stop.
I'm going to voluntarily forget.
I'm going to exempt, and you're not going to take $1 out of my check.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying at the end of the year.
Can you imagine? I would
have so much money.
I don't know how factual it is, but I did hear that Donald Trump was going to try to remove the federal income tax. You'd still have to pay state income tax.
Shoot. that is okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not what's coming out of my
I highly
my
doubt that will
pocket.
happen. It has been a thing.
So we talked about canceling a lot. Like, I hope we get canceled, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about cancel culture because that's going to lead into one of the other conversations I think that you have for today. Cancel culture is going too far.
Yes.
There is a growing critique of cancel culture.
It's like a group of Karens, but it's becoming like the majority.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But people are saying now that it's more harm. It's doing more harm than good.
I would agree with that.
The argument is that cancel culture punishes people too quickly without allowing room for redemption or growth.
Yes.
Critics believe that it has become a tool of mob justice, stifling meaningful dialogue and creating an atmosphere of fear rather than accountability. And while I do agree with this, there are obviously going to be situations where, yeah, we're going to cancel you. Like Diddy, canceled. I feel like there's enough evidence that can support that he is not a good person.
Yeah. R. Kelly was the same thing.
Exactly.
Like,
horrible person. It took forever for people to get on board to cancel him.
So like R. Kelly first came out and like rumors started to happen and I was just like, whatever. And then women started to come forward.
Yes.
And like a lot of women. And I was like, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Exactly.
And guess who doesn't listen to any R. Kelly music? Not even Intuition.
I actually heard, and I would have to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure that he owes so much money to his victims that they get all of the benefits and the proceeds.
Listen to the song?
Let's fact check it because I don't want him getting a dime. But I think that he is in that kind of situation where all the royalties go to his victims.
I'll never forget when we were sitting at my house and you showed me like every video of that confession video.
It's trapped in a closet. And I did not show you every video because there's like 75 of them.
Okay, well, you showed me like 15. And I was like, are we going to move past this?
You were like, can we be done with this?
But at the same time, I was just like,
oh my
who
gosh.
was like, yeah, let's produce this?
I'm in the closet.
I'm just like, what is happening? I already didn't like him, so maybe that added to my frustration of watching him.
Yeah, no, it is seriously, it is a drama. It is a journey.
It is a song.
If you know, you know. It really is. It's like a telenova, like it's a soap opera.
Like if you could pick like a hood musical.
My favorite. Oh my God, a rubber. Okay. Anyway,
well, if you've never seen it and you have a 3 minutes to an hour of you're just like,
it's so long.
This time doesn't matter to me. Go hop
It's
on.
time you'll never get back. I promise you. And you will regret it because it's terrible.
It is so bad. Things are so bad that
it is. It's like watching a train wreck. You just cannot look away. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like that was a huge formative part of my self-identity in my adolescence. So
it's like skin bone.
It's like what?
Skin bone.
I don't know what that is. Are you saying a word?
Skin bone.
Skin bone.
I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's the one that takes that. What's the 10,000 miles? And he's like riding around with the Glock, fitting to get shot. That's the sound of the grenade launcher. It's hilarious. It's dumb. It is so dumb. You feel like your brain cells are dying, but it's hilarious. I think
you would know. I would not know. I have no idea. I've only watched it with you.
You gotta watch that one too.
It is pretty bad.
It's hilarious.
The culture. You mentioned that you wanted to talk about something that is pretty big in the headlines right now. And even today there was like a breaking.
Yeah. So people get this much information and they're like, that person's horrible. But we don't always have facts. We get opinions. And that's exactly what kind of I feel like is happening right now. So a couple weeks ago, it came out that Blake Lively was filing a suit on Justin Baldoni and
for like sexual harassment
and had some text messages and really there was kind of videos going around on TikTok about her like being rude in interviews and different things. And she, in this suit, does say that like his PR company or PR group team did like a smear campaign. And he actually is filing a suit against, I believe, is it the New York Times?
I think that they are named in the suit. He is also countersuing Blake Lively.
I believe Ryan Reynolds is a part of it as well. And he has a lot more evidence and a lot more like text message.
It is
like
sounding like he
full-
has responses to everything.
full threads, audio from crew members and their experiences with her.
Oh, wow.
So she's saying that he sexually harassed her.
And like others on set.
And others. He is saying that she tried to take over the show.
Yeah.
And threw a fit and made it a hostile work environment.
Yeah.
Rewrote so many things in the,
And he tried to just give her the space to have that creative lead with like the costume design and like how the movie was going to be kind of marketed. There you go. I was like, what is that word?
While he played in the movie, he was the director. The ending of the movie is her choice on how that movie was supposed to end.
Yeah.
In his claim, he says she pretty much threw a fit. She would also threaten not to come to work. She would, shut production down. She didn't have her way.
That's crazy.
And I've never been a huge Blake Lively fan. I saw the interview with the lady who
commented her bump, right?
So I don't even think she really had a bump, but and maybe I'm sexist in this, but she's like, she knew she was pregnant. She had announced she was pregnant. She just said, "Congratulations on your little bump."
Yeah.
And she looked at her and said, "Congratulations on your little bump."
Right. That was just
and that
so
lady
rude.
was not pregnant. And she kind of got blacklisted from doing interviews for a while because...
Oh, did she?
Yeah. She talked about it. I've looked at both pieces of information. And in my opinion, I feel like Blake Lively is kind of a bully. And I think that's kind of what happened. And if that is the case, her throwing sexual harassment out there to try to get her way, I think she wants more rights than she has because before this movie even was a thing, he bought the rights to this movie
That's
years
right.
prior.
That's right. Yep. Colleen Hoover sold him the rights. Yes, I did read that.
And there are other books out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's more Colleen
It starts
Hoover
with
books.
us.
But It Starts With Us would be it
would be the next step. It would be like
everybody
sequel.
wants that movie to come out. Everybody would love to see that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I did. So when you told me about this, I was like, okay, let me look and see I want to get some information.
I would like to know what your point of view is.
Well, I don't know, just because there's 3 sides to every story. There's somewhere in the middle that is truth. But a point that I read, or like a part that I had read, was that Blake Lively claimed that Justin Baldoni would come to her trailer unannounced while she was undressed or breastfeeding. And
pumping, yeah.
Well, it said breastfeeding in Blake Lively's claim. And then in the counterclaim or the countersuit, he has messages where she said it would be okay to come to the trailer to run lines while she was pumping. And I was like, okay, like how are we twisting this? What's going on? What is the purpose here? Yep. What are you trying to get from slandering somebody like that?
And either way, kind of a nobody. To be honest,
really
in that world,
I didn't know who he was.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are big,
massive, huge stars. Yeah,
and to me, it really does feel like bullying.
I mean,
if I'm wrong, I'll come back and say I was wrong.
Yeah. Well, so bullying, there's a shift in power, and I feel like because of who they are and their celebrity, they do have more power than he would.
Even in his, it mentions Ryan Reynolds being a part of changing things in the production.
Yeah.
And when they had their, what's that called? Their premiere. He was made to be in the basement with his family while she was up doing her thing because she didn't want to see him. For an hour and a half, he says he was in the basement with his family. He is the director, and the Golden Globes comes out, and I don't know who the guy is. Sorry, I feel really bad. I don't know who it was, but he said, "I just want to be clear."
Justin?
No, Johnny. Whoever this person was at the Golden Globes comes forward. He is not a part of this show. I'll be honest. I don't know who the guy is, and I didn't know the movie that he put out, but it got an award, and people said it was good. Some people said it wasn't good. Anyway, he came out and he said, "I just want to be clear that as a director, you should always be the one to choose the final cut." And that's all he said.
During his speech?
Oh,
I can't wait to go watch that. I kind of got goosebumps on that.
Because I think
it's so true.
Being a bully.
Oh, man.
I think she's a bully.
I have a hard time because the actress that plays Riles' sister, Jenny
Mhm.
Slate, that actress, and the actor that played Atlas both are on Blake Lively's side and have said that they support her.
She's a powerful woman.
I wonder, well, that's what I'm wondering if
And
it's
they're
just
nobodies too.
Jenny. I wouldn't say that about Jenny Slate.
Mm.
She's pretty famous. She's in her own right. She was in Parks and Rec. She's
TV shows. I don't think she's not had a big role in any movies.
No, I don't think she's been in movies, but I mean, the voice acting.
And let's be honest, Blake Lively's not that big of a deal in movies
No.
that she's been in.
No, it's her husband.
It's her husband
who's a big
who
deal.
directs and produces and is
Yeah.
franchised
Like-
Deadpool to
yeah, which is fine. That's
Yeah.
great. Whatever, but use your power for good.
Yeah.
You know, and
it just feels.
I hope that it's wrong. I hope that there's just, these are two people that are just in the middle of like a pissing contest. Because I would hate to find out that Ryan Reynolds was a bully. I would hate that because
I feel like you don't get where you are in that world unless you don't have that in you.
I guess.
Holly weird. Let me tell you, they're all freaking weird.
I know, but until now, they've had no drama. He, at least, has had no, like, people, you know, like, because James Corden or whatever, a lot of people started coming out saying how awful of a person he was. And I don't see a whole lot from him anymore. Ellen DeGeneres, people started coming out saying how awful of a person she is. She retired. I just don't hear that. Yeah, I just don't hear that about, like, Ryan Reynolds. You know, he's one of those people that it's like, he just kind of does good, goes home.
You can't be that sarcastic and be that nice of a guy, though.
I don't know. Maybe it's a you know, like
a persona.
Yeah,
maybe
because I mean, he is an actor, so maybe it's
love
just
how he jokes about his kids.
I do too,
and I love it. I mean, I do.
I hope that there's some falseness there because I would hate.
Well, there's
I would hate
also
to find
claims
that out.
on Justin Baldoni's that she spent extra money, like being a diva. And that's sad to me, but I see it. Like, I am like, I could see that.
Yeah. I hate to, I mean, I could see it too.
So that's not the only one. She did an interview with some guy. He must not be that important. I don't know who he is. No offense. But it was with Anna Kendrick. And he's talking to her and is like vibing with Anna Kendrick.
Who is a super sweet person.
Oh my gosh. Well, we think.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's
you just
the
don't
word
know.
Of 2025 and 2024.
Yeah.
But she like comes for him as like, you have been like, oh, da 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 da, oh, da 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 da, but you don't say that about me. And Anna Kendrick's sitting there and her eyes get like really big and like you can tell she's awkward.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if that was
such a
the
brat.
movie. So there's a movie they're in together, A Simple Favor, which I love that movie.
But it wasn't like,
it wasn't a huge box office hit.
I was gonna say it wasn't like making millions of dollars. I don't know.
No.
I mean, maybe it did. I don't know.
I watched it twice.
Free on Netflix.
Yeah, I've watched it twice. I really enjoy it. But yeah, it wasn't like, it's not Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know?
Deadpool is a franchise.
It is.
I mean, I've not watched one movie, but I get like the idea.
You haven't even watched one of them yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh man. I don't know if it would be your thing. Yeah, I don't know if you'd like it. It's pretty gory.
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, but not.
Yeah.
I've never watched like from beginning. I don't think I would.
I don't think that you'd be into it for real.
And he's like not hot in those.
Oh yeah, no. I thought you meant in real life. I was like, excuse me. I think he's a jerk.
I love
and
the
still
other
think
characters.
he's very attractive.
Oh my gosh, I know you didn't watch it, but his role in If was. I was like,
yeah. And see,
it's like seeing somebody go from Deadpool to If. You're like, how? But he does a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm interested to see how this one all shakes out.
I honestly think that money and greed and power affects people negatively. And I really feel like this might be that situation.
Oh, I hate that. Because here's the deal. This movie was not a huge box office smash either.
But it was a good movie.
It was. And I feel like
they just peed all over that.
Yep, because
I'm like, well, we aren't ever getting the second book.
Yeah.
It's never going to be.
It's such a good story that has such a good story arc and like character development and like it sheds light on domestic violence. And I really did enjoy how they framed the movie. So spoilers, obviously. I liked how they first like showed you what she thought she experienced, and then when it's like the rose colored glasses come off and you get to see like what actually happened. And that really is how those types of relationships can be. You just don't see clearly when you're in it. And I feel like there was such a platform for meaningful conversations to happen about domestic violence and survivors and resources. And all of that is gone because of this.
They also really did not promote that very much. And I was really disappointed.
And he did. She did not. And that was, so in the beginning, that was a big thing that people talked about, was that she was more like,
you have this platform for a movie you just put out about domestic violence.
And so
and how innocent it can look.
Yeah.
But how deadly it can really be.
Yeah. Well, and so her rationale behind that was that she felt that her character was more than a victim, and she didn't want to let that be the thing.
Domestic violence, those women are more than just victims.
Yeah. So she didn't want that to be the thing that people talked about. She didn't want that to be what people talked about. And it's like, I get it, but at the same time,
maybe not be a part of a movie that surrounds domestic violence.
I was going to say, I feel like the not talking about it is why there is this big stigma.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it. What's going on with your phone?
I have 5%.
Okay. What are we at? 47? All right, let's switch topics.
Yeah,
really
this
quickly.
is bringing me down.
It's bringing me down. This is the funny one
Don't
that
bring me Bruce.
So this is the one that I don't think is going to matter to either of us, but I thought it was fun. ChatGPT told me that the NFL's quarterback obsession is damaging the game. There's been growing controversy allegedly over the NFL's obsession with star quarterbacks, often elevating individual players over team performance.
In high school.
Absolutely.
This isn't not the NFL. This started in high school with high school football quarterbacks.
Right. Some argue that this focus on quarterbacks who get the most media attention distracts from the importance of other positions like defense or running backs, potentially distorting team building priorities and undermining the sport's overall balance.
Okay, so
what say you?
While I do think that maybe the media might put out way more on quarterbacks than they do other people. Like, if you're a true fan, you know who those players are, what their positions are, and you know how good they are.
Right. But I think that what they're saying is that the people that aren't true fans are only going to know who the quarterbacks are.
Who cares?
I don't know. I think they all get paid too much money anyway.
They do.
Ask my brothers
lots
this.
Of money.
I'm going to ask them this after we finish recording.
And
I'm
people
curious.
are so upset that Patrick Mahomes isn't going to the Pro Bowl or whatever. No one cares.
I didn't even know.
It's his first year not going, and nobody cares. It doesn't even matter. He has not
been that great this year. No offense.
The Chiefs.
I don't know how they have the record that they have. There's no.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God and Travis Kelce.
No,
I know.
Travis Kelce hasn't even been doing what he has done in the previous years. I'm like, where is 87?
Right.
Who are we throwing to? Not 87.
No, my theory.
Because they know. And
I was going to say, my theory is that they weren't going to throw to him a lot in the beginning to kind of.
I actually haven't watched some of the Chiefs games recently.
They have. I was going to say they have started to throw to him more.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay. All right. Well, my next hot take is, my dang phone died. Because this is our life.
This is our life. So, do you want to talk about bioengineered food?
I mean, we can kind of. Okay, so I don't feel like anything is safe. I've been researching bioengineered food, and everything is not real, so I don't know how to be healthy anymore.
There's no options.
Drink water, maybe.
Honestly, maybe. Yeah. I actually was having a conversation about this, and that all of like the waste materials that are bad, like for the environment, they are feeding them to us. That's like what all these red dyes and things are. Like, brother,
Well, that's
there's
all,
that.
That's all I really have.
The last thing I have is TikTok going to be banned?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The jury's still
not,
out.
Because TikTok is where we get our most views.
Dude, it really is. We're just about to be famous. I could feel it.
That's going to be our motto. We were almost famous, and then TikTok shut down. So comment with what is up besides TikTok. Like, where do we go if TikTok disappears?
Yeah. So while a ban cannot be ruled out, It's more likely that the U.S. will continue to pursue...
you look like an old lady. Don't do that.
I can't see it. Okay. Banning TikTok in 2025 would be a complex decision with far-reaching political, social, and economic consequences.
So the political part of it is China's stealing our information, right?
I guess, but the guy that owns it is from Singapore. I don't know.
Is that in
Oh,
China?
that's my low battery.
Is that in China? No. See, I'm geographically challenged.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, Mrs. Miller.
She only taught us social. Oh no, she was ELA our first freshman year, and then she taught history. So yeah, she would be offended.
And the guy downstairs too. What was his name?
Coach Jackson, the
Sorry,
one who you put the curse on.
Don't say that on here.
Why not?
It's embarrassing.
It happened, and it was hilarious. It was the best day of my life.
Oh, man. It was a joke.
Clearly,
I'm not a witch.
it was so. I mean, I'm just kidding. Okay,
I'm a witch.
I'm a wicked witch. So people will know.
We are slap happy.
Yes,
we are tired.
It's so late.
It
I
is
have to drive.
9:30.
I have to get up for work in the morning.
Here's our hot takes. I'm Hannah.
I'm Bianca.
And we are
Taking Back Sunday. Maybe.
I just have a hard time with taking, my gosh, I have a hair and it's like in the corner of my mouth.
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. But oral
I think they already have dolls for that.
robots?
Probably.
We gotta take this out. But dang!
Yeah, I'll never
I
get
am
married.
buying one and I ain't ever having to do it again. Just kidding. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Potentially? What the?
Potentially.
Potential.
I just put a pin in it.
Okay.
Every.
My phone just
No!
Damn it. What's your next one, though?
Everything is bad for you. What is the point of trying to be healthy and buy bioengineered food? That was my next hot take.
Do we want to just cut it? Or just be done? Like, I'll do a little outro. You could talk to the faraway camera.
How long have we been recording?
50 minutes?
I'm going to come over to you. Hold on.
Perfect.
I was like, we cannot just stop. My phone was like, done. Are we going to record everything, you think?
Yeah.
I'm leaving these blankets. I'm leaving everything.